you guys. Welcome back to Meaningful Motivations with Tracy Erickson. And of course, if you are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Tracy Erickson, and in this video, I'm going to tell you all about evil spirits or demons and basically what they are and how they are created. And I'm going to tell you guys how you can block these negative energies from entering into your life. So stay tuned. This video is my second video in my aura series about what is the aura. So if you haven't checked out the video, What is the Aura yet, you might want to check that one out after viewing this video. But in today's video, I'm actually going to tell you guys about the darker side of the aura and basically let you know that here in the physical world, everything is not sunshine and rainbows. In fact, sometimes it's cloudy and rainy and dark. Spirituality is a part of life because we are actually spiritual beings who are having a human experience right now. And many of you watching my videos already knows that. So you do know that not only are you existing here in this physical body, but at the same time, you are existing as an infinite spiritual being who is larger than the physical body that you see here. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about the vibrations that your thoughts and feelings put out into the universe and how those thoughts and vibrations actually attract elemental entities to you and your aura. Because your thoughts actually vibrate out into the universe, and that is where we get the law of attraction, which is like attracts like. So if you're constantly sending out a lower vibration, then you are going to be experiencing those lower vibrations in your outer world as well. Same goes if you're constantly putting out a higher vibration, vibrations of love and compassion, then that is what you will receive back to you. It just is. It's a natural law of the universe, and it just is. Because of the fact that we are spiritual beings living in the physical world as a human, we do experience the 3D or the physical dimension, which has duality. And duality is that you have dark and light, hot and cold. And it's like you have the extreme opposites here, right? So that must mean that where there's good, there's also evil. And where there's evil, there's good, right? So the point that I'm trying to make here is that because we are human beings, we do experience duality, meaning that not everything is sunshine and rainbows, right? You have to have the storm to create the rainbow. So because of this duality, it's important to remember that you are a spiritual being because you're also experiencing things in the spiritual realm. Even if you are unconscious of your place in the spiritual realm, we can either live as a low vibrational being who is constantly in pain or discomfort, or we can live as a higher vibrational being who is more aligned with joy, happiness, and health. So the point I'm trying to make here is that whatever energy you focus on, whatever your true heart's intention is behind your thoughts and actions, that is what you are attracting back to yourself through your vibration in the spiritual energy of your being. So I want to explain today what happens if you're living too much in a low vibration, because low vibration thoughts can actually manifest evil spirits. Some people call these demons or evil entities or monitoring spirits. And all that really is basically you have fed your low vibration so much that it's actually manifesting outward into your life. I know. It sounds a little woo-woo, doesn't it? Because I just said evil spirits and demons, right? But it's true. These evil spirits are manifested through jealousy, greed, desire, any of those lower vibrational energies, right? And so in this video, I want to actually explain that in something I found in the Principles of Occult Healing once again. This book talks so much about the aura and basically the ethers that it's a very good resource when it comes to learning about your aura. So to try to begin an explanation for what I'm talking about today, I'm going to read a little paragraph out of this book that kind of explains what I'm saying about the energies manifesting as an evil spirit. These are sometimes called elementals. And elementals are actual ensouled beings that live in the astral plane. So the astral plane exists in the ethers, and the ethers is just beyond the veil of our consciousness. So remember, you always have to remember, we are spiritual beings living in a human body. So all of these things that are seemingly invisible to us are just as real as your physical body is. In the book, it says, the elemental essence whose evolution consists in learning to respond to all vibrations is that strange, half-intelligent life which surrounds us in all directions, vivifying all the matter of the physical, the astral, and the mental planes. All independent groupings of particles, all separated forms of every kind, of every type, are ensouled by an intelligence ranging from the loftiest intelligence of the spiritual region to the lowest subconscious elementals of the physical world, or any of the countless hosts that range between. No form exists which is not thus ensouled. So every thought that you put out is really seeking to manifest itself in some way or another. And like it says, you can have the highest spiritual thought or the lowest, most earthly thought out there, and it's going to attract like energies to it. Now I'm going to read the next paragraph to you guys so that we can kind of get a little more information to add to that. When one gains even an intellectual conception of the possibilities in the evolution of matter, one can test it in many ways. It will explain, for one thing, why thoughts are things, and how every impulse sent out by man, whether of feeling or thought, becomes for the time a kind of living creature. A thought form is a mental image molded by the mind out of the subtle matter of the higher psychic plane, where the creative faculty of mind works. This form, composed of the rapidly vibrating atoms of the matter of that region, sets up vibrations all around it, and these vibrations, passing outward, thrill out as singing color in every direction, and call to the thought form the elementals belonging to that color. So basically, when you're putting out a thought form, you're sending out this vibration of streaming color in the unseen world, in the ethers, right? Or the astral plane, mental plane. So basically, that stream of color that you send out based on your thoughts, feelings, and intentions is going to attract back to you an elemental of that same color, right? And now I also find it interesting about the whole color thing because obviously we also incorporate color into our understanding of the layers of the aura as well as the major chakras of the body. So basically, if you're of the lower plane or the lower chakras, you might be sending out more of a red color. If you're of the more spiritual vibration, you might be sending out a more purple color, for instance. I don't know. That's just my theory on that one. But basically, what it's saying is whatever thought or intention and feeling you are truly putting out there is going to be sent back to you, elementals of the same color, meaning astral beings out here in the ethers will be attracted to that light that you are emanating. Does that make sense? So instead of, the higher vibration entities surrounding you, such as angels, for instance, I guess is what we might call them from the human perspective, you may be attracting evil entities to you and around you to surround you and affect your aura in a multitude of ways. So regarding these evil spirits, the book basically says, if the motive be impure, revengeful, maleficent in its character, the color produced by that vibration will summon an elemental which will take on the evil characteristics of that thought form, thus making of it an active evil entity. Each human being peoples his current in space with a world of his own, crowded with the offspring of his fancies, desires, impulses, and passions. And it is the reaction of these thought forms upon the maker of them that causes a vast number of the obscure diseases of today. So it's true, you guys, these low vibration thoughts of jealousy, envy, desire, greed, or whatever, those lower vibration energies or thoughts or feelings actually cause you to attract an elemental of the same color. So as you attract these elementals of the same color, they begin to affect your physical reality, because the more you think something, the more it grows, right? Because you're adding weight to that thought form in the ethers or in the astral. So basically, when you engage in these negative thoughts or attitudes or whatever for too long, they start to take you over. And then it starts to spill out into your day-to-day life. And it starts to attract those situations that cause more of that into your life. More of whatever it is you've been focusing too much on. The first step in identifying evil spirits that may exist in your life would first be to take a personal inventory of your own thoughts, attitudes, and intentions. So if you find yourself gossiping, complaining, doing anger vents at people, and all of that, all of those things are negative, lower vibrations, and you're putting out a lower color to attract those lower elementals to you. So take a true, honest look at yourself and realize where you might need to change your ways. Now, sometimes the evil spirits that are attached to other people can begin to affect you personally. And there are a few ways that you can identify that problem in your life. So basically, these evil spirits can attack you from a multitude of ways, and they can actually come from your very own friends and family. That's right. People that you love who are in your life can actually be harboring evil spirits who simply want to latch onto you and attack you and to steal your blessings and to bring you down to their level. So you can identify these spirits in a multitude of ways. If you're ever, having a discussion with a friend or a family member and the discussion suddenly turns to your goals and dreams and what you want to accomplish in your life, but let's say after the conversation, you felt like it was wrong that you told them all those things. Like you felt like you've been violated in some way because they took so much from you. If you feel that way after a conversation with anyone, you can be pretty sure that they were harboring evil spirits towards you, probably manifested through jealousy or envy of you or something along those lines. So definitely follow how you feel when it comes to other people in your life. So if they're always inquiring about you, but hardly ever telling you anything about them, then it's likely that they're monitoring you as little evil spirits. Another way that you could be notified that someone around you is harboring evil spirits towards you is you could actually be notified in a dream. So if you are connected to your own spirit, you can actually have dreams that warn you of these type of energies that are present in your life. For instance, this actually just happened to me recently within the last couple of weeks. There's this person who's in my life only indirectly. So someone who is not directly in my life, but they are indirectly in my life through someone else. Actually, was given to me in a dream that they were harboring evil spirits towards me. So here's how it happened. This particular person, I already felt was a dark, lower vibration. I could feel it in his aura from the first time I ever met him. So I always kept my distance with this particular person. And just like last week or the week before, I had a dream and there were a lot of people in the dream chattering and moving about, kind of like it was a party or something. But in the dream, from across the room, I made eye contact with that guy, the same person I'm talking about. And he just sat there staring at me from across the room. And we stared at each other for quite a while and no words were spoken. So when I woke up, I felt like that was a really weird dream. And I kind of noted it in my mind and went about my day. Well, later in the day, when I finally expressed what the dream was about out loud to my husband, I said it was so weird because he was just staring at me without saying anything. And then the next thing you know, a light bulb went off in my head. And I was like, oh my gosh, he's sending me the evil eye. So I knew right away that this person has evil elementals attached to his aura because of some kind of negative attitude about me. And it's because people, sometimes your light can really, really infuriate their demons. And I think that might have been the case in this situation. So what do you do once you know you have one of these evil entities kind of looking at you or, indirectly in your life? Well, let's talk about it. I'm going to tell you guys how you can block these evil entities from entering into your consciousness. So my first advice for blocking these negative energies from entering into your consciousness is to do the exercise I taught you in the What is the Aura video. Because in that video, I showed you guys how to strengthen your aura by using your mind. So basically, if you are shining your light out each and every day, you are literally strengthening your aura and you're more conscious of your own thoughts and attitudes rather than being swept up in the thoughts and attitudes of the people around you. Another way that you can block these energies from entering your consciousness is to stop yourself when you are experiencing a low vibrational thought or attitude. So if you find yourself complaining, gossiping, or criticizing someone else, then it's time to put yourself in check and to change your thoughts. I know it's hard because sometimes it just feels so good when you're talking about somebody, but that's not the best thing for you. Trust me. And you would agree if you were connected to your spirit too. So if you ever find yourself gossiping, complaining, or criticizing, you know that it doesn't feel good. You're not feeling joyful. That feeling you're feeling is a lower vibration feeling. You're actually probably getting angry when you talk about it, or you're feeling jealous when you talk about it, or guilty or shameful or whatever. But it's never a good thing. So anytime you find yourself complaining, gossiping, criticizing, or whatever, or venting, then it's time to check yourself before you wreck yourself and change your thoughts to something more positive right there in that moment. Another way that you can block these negative energies from entering your consciousness is to always remember that you are a child of God. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. And we are all in this journey together, baby. And guess what? We're all in this journey in different points of our own individual journey. So if you just remember that you're a child of God, it's easier to extend compassion and love to all of your life's brothers and sisters out here in the world. So remember you're a child of God. Pray, give thanks, be blessed each and every day. It is actually your choice. You can choose to align with God, or you can choose to align with little demons that you're creating in your thoughts and attitudes. It's up to you. And my last piece of advice to keep these negative, evil spirits away from you and your aura is to set strong physical as well as spiritual boundaries. So physically, you just need to know who you can allow into your consciousness. Who are you going to, allow to actually sway you? All right. And then also spiritually, by expanding your light and strengthening your aura, that's one way to have a strong spiritual boundary. But another way to have a strong spiritual boundary, which is very necessary around these demons, is to stay sober, especially if you're going to be around people who you suspect are harboring evil spirits. So if you're ever around these people, it is best to stay on guard and to be firm in your spiritual boundary. Because if you are, blacking out drunk or getting high on drugs or whatever, you're actually making little holes in your aura. So if you're ever going to partake in such activities, I would recommend only doing that around people that you can trust. The most important part of creating a strong boundary is to know that you have a strong aura. So as long as you have a bright, strong aura, those negative spirits cannot penetrate it. In fact, the dark is afraid of the light. I've never in my life entered a dark room and turned on the light and not had the darkness run. Have you? I could keep going, but I honestly just think that's all for now so that we can let this information, soak in a little bit before we take in any more. Well, that about wraps it up for this video. So if you liked this video, be sure to click that like button and share this video with all your friends out there. And of course, if you're a viewer but not yet a subscriber, I'm inviting you now to click subscribe down below. And once you have subscribed, you can turn on that notifications bell if you would like to be notified each and every time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching and spending your time with me. I love you. And I'll see you next time. Bye.